All right, TCM, welcome back. We got another tutorial for you today. Today is gonna be a little different though. I'm not gonna be the one teaching you. We actually have someone named Gage Kradolfer, who's a monstrous athlete. If you don't know who he is, his Instagram handle is right here, Rudy, right there. And it's at waist of gravity or waist? Yeah, waist of gravity.
I thought you did that, the boxes weren't there. I didn't see them.
It's there, it'll be there. It's gonna be over here. No, it's so right there. It's just gonna be a tag right there. Waist of gravity. Today we're gonna be going over how to do an Arabian. This is a very simple skill. Now, note I said the word simple, not easy. A few things that you're gonna need to learn are going to be a front flip and small twisting mechanics. So I'm gonna pass you over to Gage and let him teach you.
All right, guys, so the Arabian is kind of like adding a little front flip to your back flip. What I like to do is I set high and turn, but I like to get my feet off the ground before I've done the front flip because I can't do that. I need written. You do the voiceover.
I'm gonna be taking back over. Thank you, Gage. The way we're gonna start is we're gonna actually start the same way as we would our back flip. So in this case, Gage, start like you would your back flip like a zombie for me. Boom, cool. From here, our arms are gonna come all the way back, both arms. Now this is the same thing for our back flip. Now from here, arms swing up. Now whichever way you twist, I'm a left side twister and Gage is a left side twister. We also both cartwheel to our left. So his left bicep is going past his left ear. So as he's turning, this is gonna push past his left ear. He's gonna spot the floor behind him. And from this point right here, he's gonna start to pick up his belly button. His belly button's gonna suck into his stomach. His hips are gonna come up and his butt's gonna go over his head. And that's what causes the Arabian to happen. Now, a few things about this. Make sure that your feet are off the floor before you start twisting. Otherwise, you get this weird, you wanna demonstrate?
Yeah.
Cool. Otherwise, that happens. What you'll notice there is he actually started twisting a little early and that cuts off all of his height. Go again. You don't have to fall, but do like an actual one.
An actual one?
Yeah, give me an actual Arabian. Boom. You see a huge difference in height with him just waiting for his feet to come off the floor. Once your butt goes over your head, then you're going to tuck your knees into your chest and tuck your chin down to your chest. Everything's trying to come into a little ball. Arabians and front flips are very alike in the sense of they're gonna be a blind landing. So you're not gonna be able to see the floor right away, but you still have to reach your feet to the floor and trust that you're gonna land. A few things that you can do out of this is if you're not sure if you're gonna land on your feet properly, then you can always backwards roll out of it to save yourself. Do you mind landing a little short for me? Just like that, perfect. Thank you, Gage. So he didn't completely land his flip, so he did a backwards roll out of it to disperse momentum and save himself. A few prerequisites, like we already talked about, having the front flip, having the Arabian dive roll. The Arabian dive roll is a big one, as well as a general standing back flip. Now that's not necessary, but it goes such a long way, especially having the set being the same thing, having the arms back and the jump.
Another way that I like to do it is, like, this is just my own personal style, is to do it into a side flip. That way you're kind of going like a 90 and you're not finishing the twist. It's a little less scary to go for. So I'll show you an example.
So this is what it looks like.
That way you're already almost there.
What he's doing here is he's actually just doing a side flip. Now Gage side flips left, so he does his Arabian left. He flips. Now the reason that this makes it a little bit easier is because it's actually not a blind landing anymore. It's still just a side flip. In this case, he's only just taking off from a backflip setup. So if that helps you guys get the Arabian to do a full Arabian, then awesome. And if you're not quite as advanced as Gage is, then you can do the Arabian dive rolls.
I think the biggest mistake people make with this move is that everybody turns their feet before they jump. A lot of people go like that, they go like that, and then they do a front flip. It's not supposed to be like that. Jump first, like get your feet off the ground before you go for the Arabian. It'll make it so much easier. It's scarier, but that's how you get way up there. I think the reason why people cheat and turn their feet is because they think, okay, it's like a front flip. So when you turn, you naturally throw down and throw your front flip. But the thing is, an Arabian is a rise. You want to go up, and it's not a downward, drop your shoulder kind of move. When you go here, it's a rise. You're jumping, and then you turn all midair. But when you go here and do a front flip, you're pushing straight down to the ground.
So those are two of the common mistakes there. Just to recap, one of them is turning your feet or turning too soon. So like Gage was saying, it's gonna cut your height and it's gonna actually make your flip turn a little bit off axis in some cases. Following that is throwing your hands up into the sky versus throwing your hands down to the floor. Even though the motion may be the same, where the momentum travels to is different. Another common mistake is not actually bringing your hands all the way up to your ears. Similar to a backflip, you don't want your hands to come, can you use zombie for me, Gage? A lot of times people's arms will stop here and then they'll start to turn for their Arabian. Make sure that your arms come all the way up. This right here is another very common mistake. Often what happens is people go here, stick your belly button out and arch. So in this case, if you see Gage's back is arched here, his back was arched, and what feels to Gage like this is actually here. It's just that he's arching so much that his hands are now pointing up to the sky. So really make sure that your shoulders are coming to your ears and your arms are set all the way up. Gage said if you are having an issue with turning your feet too soon, work on the side flip variation first, and that'll help you get used to not turning your feet. Another thing that you can do is, if you happen to be in grass like we are, you can take your shoes, take them off like this, and put your feet in between your shoes. Ooh, I can't walk. And now from here, you'll know if you're turning based on whether or not your shoes are in a different position. For example, feet together, Gage. Arabian for me. So he landed on my shoe, not a big deal, but watch the takeoff. The takeoff is the important thing. He didn't move my shoes during the takeoff, and that's the key thing. The other thing to fix from here is not bringing your arms all the way up to the sky. Would be finding a taller place that you can either Arabian dive roll over or Arabian dive roll onto. So this drill right here is called an angry cat. The goal here is to get your feet as high up to this platform as possible while your hips are going up. The next step after this would be then to roll across. Yeah, so you would do your Arabian to the roll just like that. Work on getting to that point there where you're rolling up onto something, and from that point it's just finishing the flip. There we go. So with this skill here, you can either do it with or without the round off, it doesn't matter. The goal here is to actually go up and over the whole obstacle. Similar to the angry cat, the Arabian angry cat, similar to that, but this time you're actually going all the way over into the roll, and that's it. If you have any questions on how to do an Arabian, or you want us to take a look at your Arabian, feel free to send us your clips to our Instagram, which is @TheCollectiveMovements. And make sure to follow Gage on Instagram, which is Waste of Gravity. He's got some sick content out there, and he's definitely a goofball. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell notification, because we will be releasing new tutorials for you guys, or videos rather, every Saturday at 11 a.m.